Welcome back, I'm Ryan from Blue Water Gaming, and today I'm taking a look at Space Pirates and Zombies 2. Now, before we get into this, I was given a key to review this, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt, but you're going to see quite quickly that that did not really affect my judgment, as there's a lot of things that I did not like about this game. I was also going to be reviewing this the day it released, but due to some other scheduling conflicts, I have to have this go up later later the week that it goes up. So let's start off with what is Space Pirates and Zombies 2, in case you don't know. Well, it is going to be abbreviated SPAZ. You're pretty much going to see that everywhere is that it is abbreviated SPAZ. It is essentially a space exploration, resource gathering, upgrade your ship, do whatever you want kind of game. This game is both very open-ended and also very confined all at the same time. Essentially, what you're going to be doing most of the time is gathering your 3 resources, which I'll talk about here in a bit, and then going through the main campaign and then trading and upgrading your ship. That's pretty much everything that you're going to be doing. And the open-ended part about that is you are not like the main character of this universe. You are not like the super overpowered, like, plot armor kind of guy in this. You are just a person who controls a ship in a large universe of ships. I think that the dev said there's almost 500 ships in this universe, and you are just another one of those. There's nothing really special about you. You're essentially just at the right place at the right time for plot convenience. But besides that, in the overarching narrative, you are not some special chosen one. Which I kind of like that, as you don't get to see that all that often. But it does mean that it's not exactly the easiest thing for most people. So let's go over kind of what you're going to be doing 90% of the time. Essentially, you're going to be gathering the 3 different kinds of resources. There's credits, people, and res. Now, res is kind of your fuel. You use that as you fly around the place. It's pretty easy to restock that. Then you have people, which you go to cloning farms around the place, just different nodes on the map, and gather more people, which you have to have a set amount of people to be able to operate your ship, but beyond that, you can kind of just sell the other people. And then you have credits, which are exactly what they sound like. They're used as money in this. Now, to get more of these resources, you can either go to different nodes on the map, which will give you one of those 3 resources. You can level up. You can be given it by going to just areas at the end of fights. That's pretty much how you get those, and then you use them pretty much all for trading to level up your ship and make it even better. Now, to stay out of spoilers, I'm not going to talk about the story, but I will say that it involves being the underdog and fighting some space zombies and trying to save the universe. But that's going to be as much as I go into the actual campaign. For the rest of this, I won't really be talking about it because I don't want to spoil anything in case you do want to play this. So let's just go into starting out with the things that I dislike, because those are quite a bit more numerous. The first one is that this game is so open-ended, and it kind of just throws everything at you all at once. And well, this game does give you a tutorial, and they do explain everything. They explain everything to you a little too quickly, and they don't really give you any time to kind of try something out and then learn something new. They kind of just throw everything at you right away and then just have you figure it out, which is okay. It doesn't hurt you as much in this game as it does some other games, but it's still something that I don't really want to see. And the next thing is the biggest problem that I have with this game. Since you are not the biggest kind of end-all be-all like chosen one in this game, and you are just another person, this game needs to have a good enough world to make me want to come back. Which sadly, when you're looking at the star map, that's going to be a good 80% of the time of what you're doing. Because you're going to be going to these different nodes, and you're going to be getting resources, and you're going to be selling resources to upgrade your ship, and you're going to be leveling up. And most of that's done through the star map, and I really don't care. At this point in time, I have no draw to come back and play this game again. There's nothing pulling me back in, and I feel like that is mostly because I'm just another person, and the world is not interesting enough. Even if the world was more interesting, though, because 80% of this game is kind of just played on the star map, I still probably wouldn't like it. The idea of the star map is not a bad idea. I think that it's actually a very clean idea. It's a very good idea for how you would do something like this. But I think that you're just in this star map for way too much of the game. And for some people, you're going to like this star map, and you're going to be fine with playing games that are almost completely like that. But for me, this star map really takes away a lot of what this game could give. So, where are you during the other, 20 to 30% of this game? Well, you were fighting in a 3D environment that is also kind of 2D. Like, the ships are three-dimensional, and you can see things above you and below you, but your ship can only move on 2 dimensions, and you can only fire on 2 dimensions. Your enemies are only going to be on that same 2-dimensional plane, and quite honestly, the weapons and the combat in general is just lacking in this game. There's nothing exciting about it. It is really just, I'm going to aim my ship gradually in this direction because it's big, slow, and bulking, and it doesn't want to move around. And it's just, I'm going to gradually move my ship in this direction, and my weapons are going to auto-fire on the nearest target. And that is kind of what you're going to be doing most of the time. Now, this game does give you the option to actually kind of aim and whatnot, but it's not ever really used. You can apparently aim and try to hit specific spots on a ship, but I've not found where that's super useful yet, so I just never really use it. And because of all that, that's just some of the things that I don't like about this. If I tried to talk about every single small little thing, then we'd be here for much longer. Essentially, the best thing that I can say about this game that also comes off kind of as an insult is this is the best mobile phone game from 2 years ago. That is the biggest compliment that I can give this game. Sadly, though, this isn't a mobile game, and it's not 2 years ago. So we have to deal with it as a PC game in 2017. So for that, there's quite a bit that I take away from this game, and it's not as enjoyable as it could be. Although I do have to say, I do realize that there are people out there that will really love this kind of game, and quite frankly, you don't find these kinds of games really all that much anymore. A few years ago, the indie market used to push these out every couple of months, but this is the first one I've seen in quite a while that's like this. So, giving a rating for this game on whether or not you should buy it, which I'll move into now, is kind of difficult for how much I like it. For the general consumer, if you're just passing by this game and you're looking at it, and you think that it looks kind of good, or you like the look of it, I would say wait for a sale or wait for a deep sale, because there's just not a lot to really bring you back in here. I found that the game was very lacking on immersion and just kind of giving you a reason to come back. So because of that, with its regular price of $20 or your regional equivalent, I'm going to say I would think that a better price point for this right now would be under $10. That's how much I think that this should go on sale for it to be a buy. Now, if you are big into the space genre, if you're big into stuff like what you do on the star map, like resource gathering and whatnot, then maybe wait for a sale, but I definitely do not recommend that anybody buy this at full price, just because this world is not engaging enough for me, and so I don't think that it's really going to be worth it for the majority of people. But that is pretty much it for my thoughts on Space Pirates and Zombies 2. So, as always, I'm Ryan from Blue Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.